My seatbelt's on, as you can see, and you always want to get everything set and secure and comfortable. Always look behind you. Even though I have a backup camera, I have to look because little kids can be up. There's a car coming to my left. So you're going to hear the activator go off, but you still have to look around because sometimes the sensor does not work. So I need you to be aware. All right, you heard the little chirp. I'm going to back up slowly. Now, I need to turn my wheels to the left. If I turn my wheels to the left, the rear of the car will go to the left. Always look around, always check. Cars left and right, I'm taking my time. Neighborhoods are the most dangerous place. So if you were driving with me, I would tell you I need you to be under 25. I need you to look for the little babies who are playing, hide behind cars, play hide and go seek, cowboys and Indians, and you have to look. So we want to come up to the stop sign. This is a regulatory sign, and then there's a guide sign. So I'm going to come up. The bushes to my left are obstructing me. I'm going to look and check, and then I stop. And then I want to turn very gently into the nearest lane, which you can see. Keep your turn short. There are kids to the left. The kid is climbing in the tree. A bunch of kids, so we got to be aware. Always look, always check. So I have good speed control. I'm at 20. I'm scanning, taking my time. I'm gonna make a left turn. I would take you through neighborhoods. We're able to make 20 right turns, 20 left turns. As you can see, I'm turning really smoothly and I turn out. This is an outside view today. I had some content on the rainstorm and it was really incredible. So that is up and feel free to take a look at it. So I come to a complete stop. And then I look left, right, left, and then I accelerate across and then I turn halfway through. If you turn too late, you would have hit the car. If you turn too early, you would have went in the wrong lane. We're always looking for kids, cars backing up, people going around the curve slow, taking time. If you just joined me, I'm talking about how to drive a car. We're driving through a neighborhood. So we're going slow through the cul-de-sac. If you guys have a cul-de-sac in your area of the world, please let me know. Drop it in. If this is bringing you value, give it a thumbs up. So I'm turning out slow, and then I'm going to turn out. I'm going to show you an inside view. So what I need you to do is be patient. Okay, so as I'm looking, you see me looking around. I'm looking, look with your eyes. When you're driving, I'm looking, no pun intended, I'm looking to see where you're going. Are you looking around? Are you scanning? As you can see, I have both hands on the wheel and I'm looking. I'm gonna come up and make a right turn. So you're gonna hear my turn signal on and you're gonna see me look to the right and look around. So I'm looking right now and I turn my head. This is what beginning drivers don't do. They don't look. I'm gonna come up to another partially controlled intersection. You can't see it, but I'm gonna flip the screen around. Now you can see it. So I have a complete stop. Then I'm gonna turn on my right turn signal. And I want you to see me look. I look left, I look right, I look left again, then I turn into the nearest lane. Keep your turn short and even. And I do turn out hand over hand. In North America, hand over hand, hand to hand, 9 and 4, 10 and 2, 7 and 5. AAA, which is a national organization known across the country, says 7 and 5. But it varies. It depends on your teacher, your parent, your guardian, your bestie. You will drive at a speed that's comfortable for you. This truck didn't stop. You saw my eyes get big and you saw me pause for a second. People drive very casual and very dangerous in neighborhoods. So I'm gonna flip the screen around again. Okay, I'm scanning. And that's the biggest thing, excuse me. That's the biggest thing I need you to remember is scanning. Looking ahead. We're coming up to this curve. I could go left or right. It's a T intersection. So I'm going to go ahead and stop because I have a stop sign. and I stop. And there's another vehicle coming, so I'm gonna wait for them. I'm gonna turn on my left turn signal. I think what a lot of beginners don't do, they're not patient. And if you're not patient, you're gonna have a lot of anxiety. It's gonna be very frustrating to you. And speaking of patience, I'm a very patient instructor. I'm gonna take my time with you. I'm gonna give you positive feedback, and I'm gonna tell you what you need to do to improve. So I'm coming up, I'm gonna make another right turn. So I'm squeezing my brakes. I'm at about 17 to 15, and end of the turn I'm 11. And then I'm not 11 years old, but the speed of 11. So I'm gonna make a right turn, and I'm going to show you where you need to look. Okay, I'm looking left to right. I'm gonna make a right turn. You see me looking to the right, and then you can see my hands turning out. I wanna see good hand placement, excellent steering. The good drivers really understand those fundamentals of steering and turning. You're gonna see me do a 3-point turnaround, so I'm gonna go down to the end of this dead end, and I'm gonna pull into a driveway, and you're gonna see me look, the driveway's to the right, so you're gonna see me turn my head and go in the driveway really easily. Now, I do have a backup camera, but I'm gonna look out my back window. So you put your hand on the seat, you look back, I'm looking, I'm checking, and then back up small because I do not wanna hit this vehicle behind me. You see me looking, right? Taking my time, and now you see, and then I'm turning hand over hand, and then you gotta have good control. And then I turn out really smooth. So that was a good turn. I'm looking and scanning. Eye movement, eye flexion are extremely important. If you're not doing eye movement and eye flexion, you're gonna end up pulling on in front of a car. You're gonna end up not really going where you need to go. So I'm coming up to a stop sign, and then I stop. And I look left, right, left, and I'm going up slow, and I wanna keep my turn short. So you're gonna see me looking to the right, and then I turn out hand over hand. So eye placement, looking where you want to go. A lot of beginners look down at the speedometer. They look down at their hands. They look down at their feet. Don't look down. I'm coming up to another stop sign, so you'll see me stop. Now, I'm going to make a right turn, so I'm going up, and I look left, and I look right, and I look left. There are cars coming, so I'm going to wait until there's a gap. A gap is a space. Now I'm gonna switch the camera back. So I see a gap. I'm gonna go in the first lane, keep your turn short, and then I'm accelerating. And you should hear this car accelerate. There's a motorcycle behind me to my left because I'm checking my blind spots. This guy, her lady has a little funny blue thing on top. I don't know, some type of little blue weird thing. I'm not judging, but I'm looking. If I didn't look, I would have cut the motorcycle off. So you have to look around to give yourself information. On your road test, if you didn't look around, the light just changed. I'm not slamming brakes. You won't get a deduction for that. I'm making a lane change, and then my speed is nice and smooth. I'm gonna get in and make a protected left turn and get on the interstate, the expressway. I stop behind the stop line. I'm behind the stop line because if I go past it, you'll get a deduction. And also, if I go past it, my front end will get knocked off. Why would you do that? Okay. So I'm sitting here, looking, checking traffic, being observant. People do run lights. This is a protected left turn. Oh, by the way, they will take you on this route. If you've seen some of my content, road testers will take you on this route. More on that later. So I'll go up to the middle, and I'm waiting. A lot of beginners are scared to go up. They go by, I'm clear, I turn, and I'm gonna tell you my speed. I'm at 24, not fast enough. I'm at 31, 38, 41, 46, 50. Now that torque is coming in. I'm at 64 miles an hour. That was a good merge. That is a smooth merge. That's what your tester wants. Okay, so this car, we take clients on the road in this car. This car did have contact with the curb. So the steering wheel is off center to the right. It is pulling to the right a little bit, so it's not 100%. So if you hit big potholes or you do come in contact with the curb, like a kiss, not the type of kiss that's friendly, but the type of kiss that could cause you to fail. So one of our instructors took a client out, and the client had contact with the curb and they did fail. But the steering wheel's off-centered a little bit to the right. So I'm at about 63. Speed limit. Always look around. If you're not going to look around and check your mirrors, you might as well not even drive. I'm very serious on this. You have to know what's around you, who's around you at all times. Speed control's pretty nice and smooth. Nice early evening, and I'm getting off of this exit. A lot of students get confused. If we continue to the left, we'll be in another country. Our brothers to the north, Canada. But we're not going there today. I can go over there, have an enhanced license. So if you want me to shoot some content over there, let me know. I've always wanted to do that, and that would be really fun because we could see different types of signs. So my speed control is nice. I'm off the gas, and I'm at about 30 miles an hour. On your DMV test or road test, if you go too fast, you're going to lose control, and you'll wonder why you're failing. You're failing because you're going too fast off of the expressway. I'm looking ahead. I tell my students I want you in the middle left lane. Left turn signals on. And I'm going up really slow and easy, and I'm squeezing my brakes. We want you to see the rear of the tires on the ground. If we can't, you'll get a deduction. Here's why. If you get rear-ended, you'll have one collision. If you have the second collision, you'll have two. Your car will be an accordion. So keep space. So right now, I'm gradually accelerating. The left blinker's on. I'm looking left and right because people do run lights. And I'm gonna stay by the double yellow. Keep your turn as short as possible. That was an excellent turn. You see the double yellow lines, you see the broken, you see the solid white line. Keep your turn as short as possible. I'm off the gas because gravity will pull us downhill. And if you're going excessively fast, you'll get marked down or potentially fail. Your road tester wants to see you have vehicle control. They really are not caring how you have your hands or where you have your hands, but you must show vehicle control. And if you don't show control, you might as well go back home. You wasted your money. I'm at 36 miles an hour. It's 45. And taking my time, I'm going with the flow of the traffic, scanning the intersection left and right. Beginners often stare at things, stare at the white minivan, stare at the end road work, stare at the Target sign. And then I squeeze my brakes because I want to have room. Taking my time. This is a double left turn. So once the space is open to the left, I'm going to go ahead and merge in. And this is the first lane. And again, we want to see the rear of the tires. If we can't see the rear of the tires, you will get a deduction. I want space. I want you to be able to have good maneuverability. Try to say that word 3 times. Some cars have a louder blinker. Some have a quieter blinker. It's really a preference. What I normally do, I look at what are cars doing. Is someone behind me actually going to slow down? Are they paying attention? Are they sticking french fries up their nose? 1, 2. Are they on the phone? I'm looking at the light. Is the light working properly? Red, yellow, green. Are drivers actively paying attention? There are a lot of elements. When you first learn how to drive, you're just trying to keep the car in the lane, my baby. But as time goes on, you're going to pick up vital things in your driving environment. In this driving environment, this is a double left turn lane. There are 3 lanes to my right. The 2 lanes to my right can go straight. The 3rd lane all the way close to the right can only make a right turn. It's very easy to get confused. And pedestrians have to be very careful. They are the vulnerable road users. Coming up, I have to stay in my lane. I'm just taking my time. Going in slow. You see a motorcyclist, but no helmet on. He cut his turn really short. He did look over his shoulder because he's trying to cut over. And then my blinker's been on and I'm turning, going up very, very slow. Just taking my time. And these uncontrolled, this is a blind corner. You have to look, you have to go slow. Move around very easily. And I'm gonna take my time. And I'm coming up to this drive-through, and students do and clients do request food, so I have to get this food request. Taking my time, always looking, always checking. See how the pedestrian walked out? If they don't look and I go through, I could run them over. So you have to look. Again, what is the driving environment? We just made a double left turn. Courtesy, being nice, really important. Hi, how are you?
Good, how you doing tonight?
Good.
Good.
Courtesy is really important. And that's what I want to try to teach you. No.
Have a nice night.
Thank you.
Yep.
And service is really important too. Very, very important. Okay, so now I put my vehicle back in drive. I'm looking at this door to my left. People can fly. So really, I'm trying to get over to the right. So I have to look over my shoulder because cars come flying around. And now I'm the private driveway. I have to yield to oncoming traffic. They have the right of way. If you pull out right now in front of cars, that's failure and serious injury. Why would you do that? So my right turn signal's on. I'm taking my time. I roll down very easily, and then I'm going right into the first lane. If students make wide turns, I will give you a deduction. Stop making wide turns. You increase your chance of hitting someone or being hit. I'm scanning the intersection. We have an edge line to the right. We have a broken white line. The storm less than 24 hours ago, we cannot see any of this. So you have to look at that video. It's a rain driving video. So now I'm squeezing my brakes. Real smooth, real easy. And I want to see the rear of the tire on the ground. If I can't see the rear of the tire, I'm going to give you a deduction. Show me that you understand this. And you have to explain it to your students. We can't read minds. You can't read my mind. I can't read your mind. But I want to help you and support you and get you like that black car that just cut over. So maintaining good speed. You can see that black car, erratic lane changer. And speed is contagious. If one person speeds, the second person, the third person. The next thing you know, there's a wolf pack. Not a wolf like, ooh, but a wolf pack where there are 4 to 7 cars speeding. The speed limit's 50. I'm at about 46 miles an hour. Good lane positioning. Most people drive within the speed limit. Occasionally you have people who are 3 over, 5 over, 10 over, but the vast majority are driving at the speed limit. Speed control's real nice. I'm keeping space. I'm going to come from the mailbox, 1003. I'm about 4 seconds away. I'm going to come from the green sign, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004. I'm at about 46. It's about a car length for every 10 miles an hour. And if you're tailgating like this white truck to my left, I'm going to mark you down. Don't tailgate. If you just popped in, we did an expressway drive. I'm talking about what you need to do to drive, to pass your knowledge test, to get your permit. We have great speed control. Now, some of you may say, why is this car going so slow? They're actually going the speed limit. So if you have a tendency to be hyper aggressive, come on, hurry up, you're gonna think, man, I just want to go around them really fast, but that's not what we want. I want to see you develop your skill set, and you always have my support. You know, once you make communication with me, you have me forever. So speed control's pretty nice. I have room behind me, so we're in a nice space right now. It does feel a little slow. We're at 46 again. But I want consistency. I need you to be predictable. What does this mean? When you drive and when you look at my content, there's going to be a predictability. If you're learning how to drive, you need to look at my content to learn how to have good speed control, to have good spacing. And right now I'm a little panicky because they're really slowing down. They're 10 under the limit. So this is what you would do as a beginning driver. You would start driving really slow, and my heart is beating really fast. I'm going to go ahead and get over here and have my blinker on early and often. Okay. Ooh. And the client wanted me to get something for them, so you're gonna look at the motorcycles. What instructor do you know who would take the time? The client reached out to me, can you please pick this water up for me? So I'm a courteous person. And you want to have a good instructor. I'm going to talk to you for a second. You want to have a good instructor who's going to be patient with you, who's going to be kind, who's going to tell you up front what to do and where to go. If you have an instructor who's always screaming, do this, stop here, you're going to panic. You're going to lock up. Good instructors are patient. They're kind. They encourage you. You will make mistakes. You're going to go too slow. You saw the lady I was in front of. She was going 10 under the limit. And you're going to slow down at lights. And for me as your teacher, I know that the light's going to change. So we have two options. We either slam the brakes, we'll get rear-ended, or we'll speed through the light. Very dangerous. So I try to encourage you, keep your speed up, keep your speed up. Scanning, looking left, looking right. So I'm gonna leave the gas station. I'm gonna show you what I'm expecting you to do. So I'm in drive, I'm looking around, and I'm watching because cars come speeding in. I don't wanna go over the curb here, so I'm looking. And I'm overemphasizing this because if no one teaches you this, you won't know. So my right turn signal is on. I'm yielding for traffic. My first lane is open. I'm turning into the nearest lane, okay? And then I'm gonna turn out and I'm gonna switch the camera. Okay, keep your turn short, keep space. You're getting so much value here. Thank you for the thumbs up. That really means a lot. I'm trying to teach you and show you. If you don't know, I'm a state certified instructor. I teach teens and adults, and I'm trying to get you ready to take your road test, pass your knowledge test. Thank you. So we just left a gas station. The client reached out to me. Can you please pick up something for me? So I'm scanning the intersection. I'm at 20. The speed limit's 50 here, so a lot of people just hit the gas and go really fast. Not about that. Not a fan of that. I'm going to show you this really tight right turn. They have their blinker on, and that's what we should be doing, signaling early and often. So that was a nice blinker. So now I'm going to go in slow, and I'm turning hand over hand. Then I turn out. There's more than one way to turn the steering wheel. There's hand to hand, hand over hand. You can let it spin or slide. That's a very personal preference. And me as an instructor, I want to see you have good control, okay? So I will be making a left turn, blinkers on. They didn't stop. And if you do that, automatic failure. I'm going to stop for 3 seconds. 1001, 1002, 1003. It takes discipline. Why? Because there was a car behind me, but I'm not going to let that car change my DNA and get nervous and have anxiety. You will. They're kind of tailgating me right now. So I'm going to turn on my right turn signal. I'm making a right. And remember, I'm in a neighborhood. I'm taking my time. And this is the most dangerous place right now. This burgundy vehicle still tailgating me really close. And I'm just going to take my time. And people get careless in neighborhoods. They overspeed. So I'm going to make a right turn, blinkers on. And I'm squeezing. Oh, they're making a right turn too. So then I'm turning, keeping the turn short. And I turn out. What am I doing? I'm looking at the cracks, the crack on the right, not the crack, but the cracks on the left and right. And I'm staying middle right. We're in North America, so our steering wheel is on the left. I have 2 pedals. I have an acceleration pedal, gas pedal, and I have a brake pedal. That is used to slow the car down. If I had a manual, I would have a 3rd pedal. That would be the clutch. So I would probably be in 3rd gear right now. If I wanted to rev the engine a little bit, I can put it in 2nd, and the motor would be, but that's wear and tear on the motor. We don't have to do that. Okay, so I'm coming down to a partially controlled intersection. So I'm going to give you 2 shots. I'm going to show you what you're supposed to do from a front view, and then I'm going to switch it and show you how you're supposed to look. So I'm going over to the right because we're making a right turn, and I squeeze my brakes, and then I stop. Now, after you've stopped, I'm going to show you this. Okay, let me get it back again. Okay, I need you to look left, so you're going to have to move up, and I need you to look right. So we're going to go ahead and turn on a right turn signal. I look left, right, left. If I don't see you do this, I know we're going to get hit. I know you're going to pull out in front of a car. So your instructor is thinking, and a good instructor will say, listen, I need you to look to the left. I need you to look to the right. If I don't communicate this to you, you won't learn. So you have to look. Don't be scared to look. Trust the process, ask questions. Now I'm going to switch it back. Okay, and then I'm going to make my right turn, not overturning. And I'm going to turn out really easy. I like these type of turns because you really have to master the steering wheel. Steering wheel master, M-A-S-T-E-R, so I have a complete stop. Okay, and of course I'm going to show you what I'm doing again. I look left, right, left. And there's a car coming, and that car came. It was almost like I didn't see it. And if you pull out, that's how accidents happen. So I'm just sitting here chilling. I'm looking again, and I'm going to scooch up. And I'm looking. There's another car coming. So I'm being a little bit extra, but safety's no accident. My boss said that to me about 18 years ago. Safety's no accident. I'm like, that sounds silly, but he was right. So I'm looking, and then you're going to see me turning the wheel. And I go all the way over to the right side of the road. So I'm looking and checking. I'm coming up to a very busy road, and I have to stop. And then I stop but I can't see because the trees and the poles are obstructing, big word, obstructing my view. So I'm gonna move forward. It's called showing the car. And now I can see more. And I'm looking and I'm checking. See, they don't have a blinker on. Very confusing. I'm gonna go up. And when a car does pull behind you, you do get a little, like your heart is pounded. And I know how you feel. You can see how I'm looking. The car's coming to my left. There's a car in front of me. There's another car coming. So it's almost like a vacuum that sucks the life out of you. But it took 30 seconds, 40 seconds to make the turn. And my heart was pounding a little bit. I'm sharing this with you. So if you have very little experience, you're going to be like nervous for like no reason. But I understand. So now I'm going to make another left turn, and you're going to see me. I'm in the center turn lane, and then I stop. And you see me looking straight ahead. Eye flexions. You have to look where you're going. I'm going to move forward a little bit, but there are two other cars coming. I'm looking for a gap. So a gap is a space. So you see me turning, and I look where I want to go. If you don't turn your head, you're going to end up looking in a different direction. I'm going to switch views now. Okay, so now we have this long little narrow roadway. I'm gonna make a left turn. Again, I'm looking left and right before I get here, almost like a video game. You wanna look, but this is real. I'm looking, and then I go across, and then I turn. And I'm gonna let them go by. Oftentimes beginners get very confused, who goes? So if we have an open spot, let's get over, be courteous. Going around the curve, taking my time. And I'm gonna stay in the middle right. Again, we're in North America. We drive on the right side of the road. Our brothers in Australia and the UK, they drive on the left. We love you. It's all good. My speed is good. I'm at 21 miles an hour. I just waved. They let me come over. Be a caring driver. Now, there's some kids down here. You gotta be kid alert, kid alert, kid alert, pedestrian alert. Drop your speed. If you're going at 20 or 25, I'm gonna look at you and say, do you see the kids? And you gotta look around. And oftentimes I ask, how many kids to the left? How many kids to the right? I'm trying to get you to move your eyes. Okay? So I'm at 19. I'm just looking, scanning. Looks like she's got some food there. I'm hungry. Pizza. see the kid or man come out, and then I stop. There's a lot of little pitfalls here, a little traffic. I'm looking and checking, and then I'm turning real easy. It's really bumpy too. And I'm almost here for the client. And then split it in half. I turn the wheel, and I'm staying to the right side. Okay? If you learned something today, give it a thumbs up. Type some questions in. I posted some questions on the community page, and I think you'll enjoy them. Guys and ladies, thank you. Leave comments. I appreciate you. I'm a state certified instructor. I teach teens and adults. Bye, guys.